Its voice sounds different to each person.
No, stop. What was that? No, stop. Stop. What is that? What is that meant to be? I found this SCP called SCP-031. It's called What is Love? So let's have a look. Let's have a look and see what we think.
A handful of county police forces experienced countless calls regarding individuals brawling in the streets. Once they're able to step back and get a better idea of what was going on, it was clear that the fights were taking place in pockets, small neighborhoods to be exact. And they all stemmed from the same reason. Romantic interest from someone's past would show up and wreak havoc.
What? What does that mean? Like ex lovers or something that are like fucking up people's houses, I'm guessing? Or just starting brawls in the street. I don't know. I guess we're gonna see.
Every person involved in the arguments claimed to be seeing someone else. It took our staff only a day to figure out what was happening. SCP-031. SCP-031 loves to talk. Chats up any staff in the area.
Hold up. Wait. I'm moving this screen so I can get an even better look at this. What is that? It's a chicken drumstick. Bro, what is this? It's got goo on the bottom. Can you guys see the goo? Wait, can you see the goo?
It's a wiener.
It's not wiener. It's not a wiener. It's not. What kind of wiener you got if it looks like that? What the heck? That is not a wiener, dude. That's not a wiener. Oh my god, you need help. You need help. If that... Bro, we all need help. To be fair, we do all need help.
To talk. Chats up any staff in the area, and its voice sounds different to each person. While I haven't been able to set eyes on SCP-031 myself, past files explain that initial samples gathered from the containment...
Is she kissing it? I think she's kissing it. Oh my god, who said it was a wiener? Because it might actually be a wiener. Is this actually an SCP? Is this actually a wiener? There's no way. There's no way. She's straight up joking it. No! Bro, what? Is this actually a wiener? What the fuck? What am I showing you right now?
Shows human muscle and epidermal tissue. However, we also know that SCP-031 is incapable of moving faster than 3 kilometers an hour.
The sound effects are fucking sending me, dude. Okay, good news. That's not a wiener, okay? That's the good news.
We truly are in desperate times.
My theory is that this is like I think it's a tongue. I'm just going to say it out the gate. I think this is a tongue, and that's why it's kissing people. I think this SCP is like a cursed tongue that forces people to fight over it because it's like a good kisser. That's my guess. That's my early stage prediction for this SCP. I think it takes the best vocal tone to seduce someone. Oh my god, that's so much smarter than what I said. Write that down. Write that down. Write that down. Write that down. That's so much smarter than what I said. Holy shit.
As victims argue about the appearance and fidelity of the specimen, during one particularly violent uprising, Site-77 staff had to make use of amnesiacs and inhaled tranquilizers to calm the crowd. There have been a few incidents with SCP-031 over the years. Once a week, a member of Site-77's cleaning staff is responsible for cleaning the chamber. Staff are required to wear thick opaque glasses to avoid the effects that SCP-031 has on almost every individual.
Wait, that's interesting. Because that means it's site-based. It's not kissing-based. Well, that's my theory gone already. They're looking at this disgusting thing and they're going, oh yeah, give me a piece of that. Give me a piece of that. I'll take me some of that. That's so much worse, bro.
Reports from management show that each time the chamber is cleaned, the floor is covered in oil trails. And it appears that SCP-031, for some reason, secretes this oil. The most recent incident with SCP-031 was extremely similar to the 4 incidents that happened previously. Unfortunately, we had to let staff member Veronica go. She came to us after the hotel she worked at shut down under strange circumstances. Recommended by a friend's cousin, one of our interns in the labs, Veronica was assigned to SCP-031's chamber during her 2nd week after reaching the correct clearance. She was given a keycard for access and the glasses, which confused her. On entering the chamber, Veronica stepped into the oil slick and set up the mop to begin cleaning. As she was ringing it out, a voice behind her said, "Is that you?" Veronica was so startled that when she turned around, the glasses fell off. She reports that in front of her stood Sean, a guy from her college statistics class that she'd always had a crush on.
It looks like whatever the person wants to see in here, right? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Sean continued to explain that he heard she was working at Site 77 and wanted to stop and see her. He told her that the lease on his apartment was up and he was looking for somewhere to stay. It is important to note here that Sean looked exactly the same as he had when they attended college together, despite Veronica having seen him over 4 years ago. She claims that he was even wearing the shirt he wore on their last day of class. Veronica...
Wait, that's really weird. Wait, that's really weird. She's like fantasizing about this guy from like, what, 4 years ago, did he say? Oh, that's a bit weird. That's a little bit weird. That's a little bit weird. Ooh.
to be reconnected with her crush.
Is that weird? I feel like that's weird. Maybe I'm strange. Who here's fantasizing about people from 4 years ago? Say it. Own up. Own up to it. Own up to it. Who here's fantasizing about people from 4 years ago? Confess your sins. Confess it.
Offered to take him to dinner and then let him crash on her couch. Awesome. Can you let me out? Without even thinking twice, Veronica typed in the code and used her keycard to open the containment doors for Sean. They made plans to meet up after a shift, and he walked out towards the exit. Veronica was so delirious with happiness that she didn't notice the oil slick he left as he went. This is a classic case of how SCP-031 blinds its victims with love or lust.
Wait, it's safe. It's safe, class. Bro, that's crazy. Wait, is it? No, because it was causing fires. How is this safe? We're going to have to find out.
All previously reported incidents, both at Site 77 and prior to SCP-031's capture, each individual stated that they were contracted by a previous romantic interest. SCP-031 offers various explanations for each situation. A lease is up, they had a medical emergency and couldn't pay their bills, etc. If you've learned anything about SCP-031 over the years, it's that this creature is an opportunist. SCP-031 doesn't stop when it takes advantage of one person. Instead, it shops around, usually in the same neighborhood, for better accommodations.
I can't get over the way this thing looks.
Yes.
I just can't. Hiss. Also, guys, I feel like this is the perfect occasion to do one of these. I feel like it's the perfect. It's time. Wait, I'm gonna have to try and position myself. I can't see while I'm doing this. It's me. I'm the SCP. It was me all along. It was me all along. Fuck! I'm just going around fucking people up.
If SCP-031 is able to find a house it likes better, especially one with a hot tub, which is often gunked up by its oil secretions.
No, why is the fucking VO like that? Very con. Why is it moving like that? And why is that what the VO says? Fuck. They're testing me. I'm being tested. I'm being tested. Raw sausage SCP? You know what? It actually can't. No. Oh my God. You've just made me realize. You know what it does look like? It kind of looks like a bologna. It looks like that. No, salami looks better than this. Okay, don't put salami in the same boat. Okay, salami is delicious. I see where you're coming from, but
hot
salami.
dog SCP.
I thought that said sucking hot dog SCP.
Oh, hell no.
This is a bologna. This is a bologna bologna. I don't know what the fuck you call it, but it's one of those.
We'll move from one home to the other, leaving its previous victim devastated. In previous situations, victims have been offered support services by the Site 77 staff to recuperate their lifestyle, financial stability, and emotional stability after their experience.
Wait, financial stability? This is like a real fucking X. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's messing up people's finances. That's crazy.
When Veronica released SCP-031 the last time, it managed to get 2 towns over, despite how slowly the creature moves. Over the course of one Thursday, the local police station was fully staffed due to excessive calls reporting domestic violence and kidnapping. The town in which this took place was small, and the officers were not used to dealing with this volume of work. Therefore, none of the calls were discussed until later in the day. During that time, an officer named Terrence Thacker, only 2 years away from retirement, was called out to Chestnut Street to break up a fight. Upon arrival, Terrence found a group of neighbors watching two women brawl. He stepped in to break up the fight and asked what the cause was. The first woman stated that she had seen her ex-husband, who had just recently returned and asked to start up a relationship again, sneak into her neighbor's yard. The neighbor argued that she had never seen this ex-husband and was instead spending the day with her high school boyfriend, who had appeared that morning.
Dude, this SCP is the ultimate shit stirrer. It's the ultimate shit stirrer. It goes and like rizzes up someone and then literally in plain broad daylight goes and rizzes up someone else inside.
Virginia bathtub SCP.
Virginia bathtub? What? What?
Asking if they could reconnect. Both women had agreed to let their love interest stay for an undetermined amount of time. Officer Terrence found the whole situation confusing. There was a noticeable age gap between the women, and they had both described very different men. But the older of these two was convinced she had seen her ex-husband enter the other woman's house. As he listened to them rant, Terrence was distracted by a huge oil slick that seemed to wind down the street and up various driveways. It would be sitting in the middle of the street, but no one could explain where it had come from. As he spoke with various neighbors, he came across another small group of women talking excitedly. Before he was able to interrupt, he overheard one of the women explaining that her husband, who she was in the process of divorcing, had shown up at the house that morning asking for forgiveness. She had let him in, and he was currently taking a nap, but the kid seemed scared of him.
Yeah, it's because he pissed on the couch. He's pissed on the couch, literally. I would be scared of someone in my house if they pissed on the couch and it went through to the floor. It's piss! It's piss! It's piss! It's piss! It's not oil! They keep saying it's oil. It's very clearly piss. The kids aren't fooled. Exactly. Oh, actually, that's actually a really interesting twist. Because the kids won't be thinking about like romance and stuff already, right? So I guess it just doesn't work on kids. Damn, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, we're learning more.
My oldest teenager keeps saying he looks like a weird little alien. But I told her, that's rude. You know how teenagers are. Terrence was now completely confused. He went back to his patrol car to call for backup and checked back in with the women who had been fighting. They were arguing again, pointing to another neighbor's yard. What's going on? The older woman explained that she had just seen her ex-husband go into the yard, but the younger woman interrupted and insisted that it was Jared, her ex. Terrence sighed and told him that he would try to apprehend whoever it was to get an explanation. He started off for the neighbor's yard, knees aching. He went around to the back, but instead of finding a man, he found his high school girlfriend.
Oh my god, that boom scared me so much. That got me. What the fuck?
Suzanne. She looked eerily similar to how she had in high school, but as Terrence thought it, she seemed to age just a little bit. Maybe the shock had messed with his eyes? Terrence, I've been looking for you. Suzanne was excited to see him and explained that she was looking to buy a house in the area, but needed somewhere to stay while she shopped around.
Imagine just looking to buy a house in an area and then just showing up at someone's house that lives in that area. What the fuck? I just need somewhere to stay while I go through this fucking house buying process that's going to take 4 months. Can I stay at your house? What the fuck? What? Oh my gosh.
Completely forgetting about the wife and kids he had at home, Terrence offered her his spare bedroom. That'd be amazing. It would be pertinent to point out at this point to certain asexual individuals who have no romantic interests, SCP-031 tends to appear as a humanoid figure, often obscured by dark smoke. Very off-putting experience for those individuals. And it sounds as if the teenager in this report may have experienced it herself. The backup that Officer Terrence requested showed up shortly after and didn't know what to make of the situation. By then, SCP-031 had moved on to a different neighborhood that it seems to have preferred, and it stayed for a few days before we were able to contain it. The oil trail left by SCP-031 is extremely helpful in hunting this specimen down. Unfortunately, it has escaped more than we would like to admit. When we finally found SCP-031, Officer Terrence was devastated that his high school sweetheart Suzanne had left him. His wife was understandably very upset.
I don't know if I just blocked out the wife from this conversation or this is the first time hearing about it, but this is so fucked. This is so fucked. What the hell? Oh my gosh.
Site-77 also deployed our own cleanup staff to take care of the house that SCP-031 was ultimately found in. Unfortunately, it seems that SCP-031 was so happy with these accommodations that the normal level of oil secretion was upped quite a bit.
We gotta stop with this fucking sloshy fucking sound effect, bro. This shit is sending me.
It took a lot of elbow grease to get that house clean again. Wherever you are, be careful out there. The best thing you can do is continue to explore the archives of the SCP Foundation's classified reports. And be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell below so we can further discuss other anomalies. Once again, this was Agent Link, signing off.
Damn, that was an interesting one, guys. That was an interesting one. It's kind of cruel that it takes your most loved person's memory that you often forgotten about or buried. That's actually true, right? Because you probably like suppressed a bunch of that shit. Like that woman who was getting like, I mean, I guess it's not suppressed, but she was getting a fucking divorce. And then it's like, oh, please forgive me. And then like comes back. Like that's so messed up, dude. That's so messed up. The fact that it causes such a destruction in the path. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It means that it does use and latch onto deep words that never. Oh, that. Bro, you've recontextualized this for me. I hate this thing now. I hate it. It's so mean. It's so mean. What the fuck? I hate this SCP. I feel like this SCP is an asshole. I'll be honest. But what I will say about this SCP is I actually really liked what this creator kind of put together with the story, with the animation. I like Agent Link. I would love to check out Agent Link again in the future. This is quite a cool setup. I like it. I like it. He did a good job. He did a really good job. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much.